Imagination Dictionary definition: the act or power of forming a mental image of something not there for the senses, or never before wholly perceived in reality. Sounds exactly like the definition of acting, bringing characters to life. Now, if imagination is so important for actors, how come no one talks about it and how you should develop it? Some say babies are the best actors, humans in their purest form, feeling and showing emotions that comes in their way in order to get their need at that moment. As we grow, our imagination starts to develop with age. We start to play with toys, friends, imaginary games, pretending to be superheroes, to have superpowers, and so on. This is acting. And my developed imagination is what pushed me to want to be an actor, but also got me into a world of trouble. For example, a funny story before we dive deep into how to develop your imagination. This is how dedicated I was. When I was a kid, we were in school and our class were playing hide and seek against the other class. I was in the position of protecting the castle. Bar. Yes, you should not let anyone come in this castle and steal nothing. I was the protector, and I was more committed than the soldiers in Hogwarts who swore to protect it. I stood there and I was ready for any scenario. I was like, they count on me, we need to win this game, I won't let anyone come. And when I saw this kid from the other class, spoilers ahead, he was taller than me. I wasn't strong, but he came sprinting as fast as he could, and I was waiting for him. And the moment I saw him sprinting to get the object that I swore to protect, I gave him the hardest punch into his stomach. I remember him falling down and almost puking, and I stood there in pride, fulfilling my duty. Later, I was called into the principal office. I thought I was going to get an award or something, but she wanted to suspend me for hitting a kid. What? I remember I was arguing with the principal. What are you doing? I was protecting the castle. I gave the best mission. I stood there. I protected. Didn't let anyone to get in the castle. I promise you that. She thought I was kind of mental, but I was a kid, so I came out of it. This is the kind of imagination and commitment that I want to put in any of the characters that I play. Unfortunately, when we were kids, our imagination peaked. And when we grow older, it decreases with time. As a kid, it's adorable that you play with your kids and pretend to be a superhero. Now in your 20s and 30s, you're probably gonna put in a mental institution. So when the role requires for us to pretend we are an Avenger who's fighting the aliens to save the humanity while wearing costumes in front of green screens, how do we make this scenario believable that we're in the Middle Ages as an emperor or slaves? Like I talked about in my Like an Athlete video, treating your imagination like a muscle. And you guessed right, doing it by becoming kids once again. The first exercise that I do is playing with toys once again. After we realized the more normal and cynical we become, our imagination decreases. So do unnormal stuff, like playing with toys, but really playing with it. Doesn't sound good? Cringe. Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. So what is playing with toys like a child? When I was young, I remember I grew older than the rest of them. When I was 13 and 14, the other kids started dating and having girlfriend while I was in my room playing with toys.
What, so I gotta sit here and eat dessert alone like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg?
Having fun with my imagination and getting lost with it. Until I felt guilty. I was really old for a child to play with his toys. I remember, like Woody in Toy Story, throwing his toys away. Now I'm a grown up. I did the same with my toys to my little brother. I gave him Junie. Junie was my favorite toy. It was one of the hardest moments in my life. But now I bought new toys and I'm playing with them once again. And it's fun, getting lost in your imagination and being a kid once again. Playing imaginary games like D&D, which I admit I had never played, but it seems so fun and people take it so seriously. And this is what I want as well, committing to it like it's life or death, like acting. For example, in Stranger Things, D&D is what brought the group together. They played with hours, losing the sense of time. It doesn't have to be only D&D, but it's just an example that came in mind. But unlike toys, this imagination is more guided. The world is provided already and you can explore it like a script. You have guidelines which will help you to be more specific. Now this is a fun one. Personalize every dream that you have. Not just dreaming it, but making it a reality. For example, is your dream to play in a Scorsese film? Awesome, visualize it, but in detail. Are you the leading role? Are you playing with other actors? Are you the older one and the more experienced one? Or are they the actors that you idolize? Is it your first film? Is it indoors, outdoors? Can you feel the wind on your face? How does it smell like? Really using all of your 5 senses to make it a reality. No matter where you are in your life, life will never be perfect. There still will be obstacles and things to overcome. This is what makes it to feel more believable and much more exciting to do than just living in fantasy land. This exercise purpose is to create new worlds for us to make it believable to act in, no matter what the script demands. It's weird, I know, but normal is the enemy of actors. We don't like boring. These 3 exercises are things that I do to develop my imagination. Please share how do you nurture your imagination, what kind of exercises you do to make distant worlds feel believable to acting. And also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you.